You know, Funfest is definitely one of the most fun events of the year, and this morning hundreds of folks are in Kingsport for the Funfest trash barrel painting event. And News Channel 11's Kate Nemarich joins us live from Allendale this morning. So Kate, have they started painting those trash barrels yet?
Chris, it is busy here. We pulled up and there were people already all across the lawn, spray paint out, barrels ready, and more people are still arriving. To tell us about the event, I have Emily Thompson here. She's the director of Funfest. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you for joining us out here.
So there are a lot of barrels you were telling me. How many?
So I pulled up and realized, yes, there are a lot of barrels as well. So I just looked and there are over 400 barrels being painted today.
400, and people get really creative with this.
They do. There are people, I think, that work on this throughout the off season. They come up with stencils. There are all kinds of designs prepared for the day. Then, of course, you have your children that are just slinging paint. But I mean, there are some amazing barrels already developing out here.
So you had some pro tips for me for people that maybe haven't head out yet. If they haven't bought their supplies, they do have time. What should they do?
You do have time. So any paints, spray paints, of course, are good, but know that we're always reusing barrels. So sometimes you're having to cover last year's design. So I'll tell you, pro tip is buy the expensive stuff for the one coat of paint. Get the appliance spray paint and you will be ready to go.
And there's a lot of different designs out here. We're already seeing stencils of Leonard Skinner, beach designs. What are some of those creative designs you've seen?
You know, I see a lot of hot air balloons developing. We always see fireworks, a lot of Festus. You know, it's really fun to see the ones that'll paint their family on it or what it means to them. You start to see what are their Funfest traditions start to pop up on those barrels. So I always love at the end going around, you know, to see some of those different traditions that develop. And then throughout the whole week and the whole year, really seeing these barrels all over town.
And you've been doing Funfest for a long time. It's a big tradition for a lot of people in the area. And this just emphasizes, you know, people come out year after year to do this.
Absolutely. Even my own family, they're out here painting some barrels as well. This is kind of your Funfest is around the corner, and they take this event very serious. Anytime we have ever had a rain out or a near rain out, people freak out. They have to have that trash barrel painted to really feel like Funfest is here.
And it's so cool to see them all spread out over Funfest. And it's not just about painting the barrels, there's food here as well, so people can come out over the lunch hour.
Absolutely, they're here till 2 o'clock today. We've got a few food trucks out here. You can get some ice cream, snow cones. So it's really just a neat day. You can bring a picnic out here, and they kind of just hang out for the day. The weather could not be more perfect. The smell of spray paint is certainly in the air, but there is plenty of room for more to come on out and join us today.
So what do people need to know before they come out? How long can they come out till?
So they'll be here till 2 o'clock. They will start judging the barrels before then, but don't feel like you have to stop. I mean, you don't have to have your barrel in the judging, first off. But the barrels, as long as we still have them, they'll keep painting them out, and you can kind of spend the whole afternoon out here.
So we've already kind of had the kickoff to Funfest. You know, the Funfest store is open, but let's take a look at some of the events coming up after today.
Absolutely. So after today, we charge right into Friday's official kickoff. So the parade is at 6:30 on Friday in downtown Kingsport, followed by the Broad Street Boogie. So that's on the 100 block of Broad Street. A great band, Entice, will be out there that evening, and that is really the official kickoff for our 9 days of fun.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You have until 2 p.m. to come out to the Allendale Mansion, grab a barrel, spray paint the barrel, come well prepared with your paint, your spray paint, your paint brushes, everything that you need to make the perfect design and celebrate Funfest the way that your family likes to do it best. Live in Kingsport, I'm Kate Nemarich, News Channel 11.
Thanks so much, Kate. There are several events this week leading up to the big kickoff of Funfest. The 2022 Funfest Parade, sponsored by Food City. The parade rolls through downtown Kingsport beginning at 6:30 this Friday evening. Amy and I will be there, and that is just the beginning as Funfest continues through Saturday, July 23rd. And you can find a full list of events at funfest.net.